Good evening. Welcome to Tarot in the Dark. My name is Tori, and I am here to deliver your messages. Today we're going to be looking at our inner child. What is it that your inner child wants to know? Inner child work and healing is such a big part of my calling and my purpose in this life. It's something that I'm constantly doing for myself and for others. And so I'm looking forward to embarking on this journey with you all. I hope and pray that you receive exactly what you're looking for today. So in this moment, just take a second, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and envision yourself picking one of these cards, one of these piles. Which one is calling your name? Which one is speaking to you? If it's pile number 1, that's the pink ring. Pile number 2 is the white ring. And pile number 3 is the turquoise ring. I'll pause for a moment, give you some silence while you process. Use your intuition. This is how you learn to trust yourself, trusting that inner child is going to guide you to exactly what pile you need, and the message is going to give you exactly what's needed on today. You can pause the video if you need. Take a second to process, and I'm going to jump right into pile number 1, the pink ring. Let's clear the other piles out of the way so we can see clearly what messages God has for us. So this is the pink ring. The pink ring immediately is leading me to believe that this has something to do with your heart. Let's pull out our rose quartz since we have it here. Rose quartz, pink, those are things that are related to your heart and opening up your heart space. So there's probably some healing or something that needs to be done in your heart space. So let's look at the cards and see what we get. I'm definitely getting that you have had a very traumatizing and challenging, very challenging childhood. I'm getting the Martyr card here. So you may be a Pisces or have Pisces in your chart somewhere. Pisces are known as the sign of the martyr. Wow, and the buffalo. Wow. Buffaloes are huge. They come with a lot of power. They pack a lot. The hunter and venom, definitely giving me some signs and synchronicities of having a traumatic childhood that's probably led to a lot of pain in your life. You probably have had some terrible relationships. Your family issues may have been a lot to deal with as a child. You may have had to grow up a lot sooner than you wanted to. Maybe you started working at a young age, or just grew up quicker than you desired to. It's almost as if that inner child is wanting to come out and play with this unicorn, and I'm getting this circus vibe. There's this this desire and this need to come out of fight or flight mode, come out of the challenges of life and coming into something more relaxing. It's almost as if you want to release the inner child. The inner child is wanting to come out. There's some very serious cards here. Look at this venom, the hunter. The venom is basically, it's a medicine that we provide to ourselves in an attempt to cover up something that really needs to be healed. So it's almost as if we're giving ourselves a placebo medication. That could be drugs, that could be addictions, that could be sex, that could be codependency. That's anything that we are using in place of actually doing the work and looking into what it is that needs to be healed. So we're going to look a little deeper. We're going to get more messages. I'm just intuitively giving you what I'm getting. Since this is my first reading here, you are going to notice that I may not go to the book because I am an intuitive reader. I do believe that I'm being directly guided by the Holy Spirit to give the information and messages that are needed and necessary here. And so I'll give you what I see. If I need to go to the book to read the message, or if I feel led, I will. But other than that, I won't. I will just simply give you exactly what I feel is being directly given to me. With this time to heal and the snake, This always reminds me of a cobra and the need to protect yourself. So maybe there were people close to you. It could have been a parent. It could have been a sibling. It could have been an aunt, an uncle, a grandmother, a grandfather, someone who would typically protect you. However, you felt the need to protect yourself from them. Also with that venom and the snake, there's a lot of snake references here that are just, I'm being drawn to them. They're like screaming at me. In addition, the fox spirit says, think on your feet. If you're a child, you should never have to think on your feet. So the fact that this is coming up for you is definitely confirmation and just validating everything else that I'm feeling here. That you probably had a tumultuous childhood. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that, like you've had a tumultuous childhood and definitely been challenged by the things that life has thrown at you. Foxes are hunters, right? They're naturally hunting and seeking out things, but also they're very conniving and vindictive, and they are sneaky. So it's almost as if you had a sneaky energy around you growing up, to where you had to turn into the hunter because you were constantly being hunted. This is making me really, really sad in this moment. I'm feeling very, very sad. The buffalo spirit is just speaking to me in regards to just having constant storms around you, having to constantly fight a battle and a storm. I'm seeing a storm in the background here. Honestly, I've never noticed that. So it's almost as if there's a message here that you're needing to learn how to release the past, release the things that have caused you pain, and be free. Be free. Now we're going to look at how you can do that, because I know these messages come out and it's like, well, how do I do that? With this lady here, let me pick this up so you can see. She has an envelope in her hand. She's delivering a message. So the message is absolutely coming to you. And it's coming on a white horse. This is so awesome. There's a rainbow. I'm being reminded of the biblical reference of God's promises of the rainbows. So there's a promise in this message for you that the rainbows and sunshine are coming, that this is not your destiny, but that this little girl, little boy within you is crying because they want to be free from fight or flight. They want to be free from survival mode. It's as if you want to be free from having to feel like you are constantly being martyred. But I will warn you too, another thing about the martyr, which I said again is a sign of the Pisces. But another thing about martyrs and Pisces in particular is that when you feel like you have constantly been being martyred, you can fall victim into that. And so just remind yourself that you are not a victim, you are victorious, and that there is nothing too small for you. With the buffalo spirit here, it's showing that you have the ability, forgive me, of course, this loud truck wants to come by right in this moment. I'm going to move this up so you can see the cards a little better. So what I was saying was that when you fall victim to your circumstances, you tend to not have a clear perspective as to what's going to help you to get out of it. So just be careful and caution yourself not to fall victim into being a martyr and not being aware that you have this power and this strength of the buffalo. The buffalo energy, the buffalo spirit is very grounded. Buffaloes are able to rise above anything that comes their way. Buffaloes are able to push past and fight in any situation. I mean, think about a buffalo coming upon you, right? They're very quiet. It's almost as if they're moving in secrecy. However, when they come up and they approach you, they have the ability to attack you and cause severe damage. So that means that you have some serious strength within you that you probably are not recognizing. The snake spirit with the cobras and the time to heal card, that energy is just reminding you that you have the ability and the power to heal, which is exactly why these messages are coming to you. The message is only going to come if you're capable of receiving it, accepting it, and pushing past it. So this means that you are going to overcome. The horse energy with the hunter here, I'm just getting this bright light shining on you. There's something that you shine brightly in. There's something that you do. There's an experience or something that you're supposed to bring to the table that is going to help others. And it's based on this childhood experience of constantly being chased, feeling like you have to fight, and constantly feeling like you have no peace and the ability to settle in as a child. Definitely getting, I had to mature quickly. I have all these people around me. Nobody has my back. You may have been homeless when you were younger. Maybe you didn't have hot water. Maybe you didn't have lights. There's something like that that went on in your household. Lack of food, things like that in your house where you felt like you had to rise above and be the adult too soon. You didn't have that childhood that you see your friends or others have. Maybe you didn't get to go to college because you couldn't afford it, or you didn't have the accessibility to be able to make that happen. Something like that is definitely going on in this pile. So let me get your tarot cards out and we're going to keep going forward. I'm going to move this just a little. We'll keep all the other cards out here, but I am going to rearrange them. Let's see, I want to make sure that you can see them. I also want to make sure we're going to have space for everything else. Bear with me, guys. It's my first time. Got to make sure these are good for you, and we'll get better. This is what happens too. That inner child can sometimes challenge you. So maybe you, because this is happening to me in this moment, maybe you have a hard time just accepting the fact that things aren't perfect. Maybe you need to learn how to release the fact that your childhood was not what you wanted it to be, but that it was what it was, and because it was what it was, it made you who you are today. I know personally that's something that I've had to work on, is like, you know what? That wasn't good. It wasn't what I wanted, but it was what it was, and I am who I am today because of that. And for that reason, that comes with a place, or it'll allow you to be in a place, in a space of gratitude. So for pile number one, give us a message that they need to hear. What is it that their inner child needs to know? Thank you, Holy Spirit, for your divine guidance. Take 5 cards. Wow, absolutely confirmation. That's the 7 of Swords. I don't know if you can tell, but he's a fox as well. I'll pick it up and show it with you. Ooh, so maybe you had a mother that was a snake. You see this is a fox here? He's sitting on that sword. He's sitting on the sword because he feels like he needs to protect himself because all these other swords are coming against him. So it's also a very manipulative, a very vindictive mentality, a very vindictive energy. This could have been your mother, your grandmother, your sister, your auntie, someone who was supposed to play a mother figure in your life. They maybe were jealous of you. Maybe they were challenged by your relationship with your father. Maybe this led you to have some challenges with money and the way that you view money, and that caused you to go out and to be vindictive and manipulative in getting money. Or this could be your mother. I'm getting prostitution vibes here, like high-class prostitution vibes. Maybe someone exposed you to that at a young age, and maybe you got caught up in that world. Maybe it led to some confusion here with the 7 of Cups. It's like, what do I do? What is life supposed to look like? How should I be? Am I supposed to use men for money or women for money? Do I need a sugar daddy in order to feel confident, in order to feel good about myself? Definitely some need to heal here. But you're being illuminated. This is what I love about this 4 of Swords. This 4 of Swords is a little lamb. And I'm going to reference the Bible because that's absolutely a part of my life and who I am still to this day. Tarot has nothing to do with my relationship with the Lord, although it's brought me closer to him. So this sheep here, the word says that my sheep will hear my voice. This is being enlightened to what God is speaking to you. So God is speaking directly to you. He's sending you a message directly to you. He's telling you that it's time for you to stop and take a break. The only way that you'll be illuminated, the only way that you'll receive truth is if you stop and take a break. So there's a need for you to stop everything. I'm not sure, like I said, I'm definitely getting prostitute vibes from this pile. And I'm not sure if it's you. I'm definitely not judging. I don't have anything to say about that. The unfortunate thing is that most of us, our childhood experiences, all of us actually, they shape who we become. And unfortunately, what happens is we can sometimes be taught the wrong things and not know. I can see that this has put you in such a state of conflict within, though. There's something within you that is just in constant struggle and battle. You're constantly up and down, just trying to figure things out. Well, why? Well, why? How? How can I support myself? You may have children. I'm seeing these branches and they're giving me the feelings of children. You may have children. You may be a mother, and you may feel like what your mother did to you and taught you, you tried so hard to not become like her that you ended up being exactly like her. I hope and pray to God that this does not affect you negatively, and I definitely don't want to bring up old wounds to cause any pain. The whole point in childhood wounding, and this is so deep, so this is why I'm precautioning you and kind of giving you a heads up in advance. This almost feels like someone was maybe molested. Maybe their mother gave them up for money. And this is just giving me so much grief right now. I'm feeling so sad. So give me just a second to just kind of pull my energy back. I know if I'm feeling this way, then you have to be feeling worse. So just allow me to connect with you and to just help you to get through this, because there's absolutely healing on the other side. God is saying that. He's speaking directly to you. There's another indication of the sun here. There's another indication of the sun shining through here. And then we have the rainbow. There's healing in this. There's healing in this. Something was fractured in your childhood, and it caused a lot of confusion. Confusion even in regards to how do you deal with your emotions? How do you express yourself? How do you move past the pain that someone else inflicted upon you? Especially when they're supposed to be your protector and your provider. And they failed to do that. And I'm so sorry to you for that, because I know how that feels. I know how that feels. It's caused so much sadness within you as well. It's almost as if you walk around with this dark cloud that no one knows. You could appear as if everything is fine in the world. Like I'm definitely getting an energy of someone who walks around. Look at her. Walks around. This may even be the way that you dress and that you look. Maybe you feel as if you need to present yourself as a sex object in order to be accepted by others. If this is not your story, I'm sorry. This energy is so heavy. Please pick a different pile. But someone needs this message. It's very heavy. It's very strong here. It's disconnected you and even your relationship and your ability to have relationships with others. You're challenged by the fact that your childhood was ripped from you. I feel like someone stole your childhood from you. They stole your childhood from you. They didn't allow you to be free. But there is such great news in all of this too. And the great news is that you're going to be healed from all of this. If you keep pushing, you keep doing the work, you're going to be healed from all of this. So speak to me. Holy Spirit, please validate the cards here. We're going to keep going because I'm feeling really awakened, and I'm also feeling excited about what's to come. I feel like on the other side of this is something fantastic. Yeah, you're moving away from this. You're coming out of this. You notice we have 9s and 10s everywhere. 9s and 10s everywhere. tens, nines, tens, eights, nines, moving over, advancing. Yeah, this is the wow. Okay, give me just a second. Let me pull one last card here for the Five of Wands. All right, look, the Fool at the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck is the energy that's actually occurring. It's what you don't see. This is visible to us. This is the energy that you don't see. What you don't see is that you're going to be moving forward. This is judgment. You're being called. God is calling you out of your past. Wow. Into Emperor status. Bossing up over this. Yes, pile number one. Get it, girl. Get it, guy. Get it, dude, bae, whatever. Get it. This is fantastic. This is so awesome. So this Seven of Swords and the Nine of Swords is showing that you are definitely, like I said, you've been in your head about all of this. This has definitely been holding you back. It's been restricting you from being able to move forward. The Eight of Cups is about releasing things that don't serve you, releasing those emotions that don't serve you. And if you notice, the one thing I love about this card is that they're laying all those emotions out. You're laying all of your cups out. All of your cups are being laid out. And you'll notice that he has a bow and arrow and he's ready to shoot his target. You're saying, I'm releasing all of this hurt, all of these cups that have no longer served me, and I'm pressing on towards the mark. I have a goal and a vision in mind that I am going to get to. So I'm going to release all of this baggage, because that's exactly what it is. Bag Lady. Listen to Bag Lady by Erykah Badu. You're going to release all of this baggage so that you can point and go. You're going to have that hyper-focused vision. I'm getting this Cobra and this Fox spirit. They're hyper-focused on what they want. There's no lackadaisical anything. No, they're very, very, very specific, and they're visionaries. Thank you, Holy Spirit. They're visionaries. With the Ace of Pentacles, the money, maybe you didn't have money. That's also what I'm getting from this too, is that you possibly did not have money. You'll notice that this man, there's all kinds of opportunities around him, but he can't see because he has his eyes blindfolded. So it's almost like you, because of your childhood, you haven't been able to see other opportunities to make money. Maybe you were taught to be manipulative and that's how you get money. This could have nothing to do with sex for some of you guys. Nothing to do with sex, but definitely that there's some manipulation in regards to what it looks like to get what you want. And you could have been taught that by your mother. You could have watched your mother take advantage of other people, men. Maybe your mom sold drugs. You just never know. You know, I don't know. I'm giving you what I'm seeing, and that's what my job is. Also here with the Two of Wands and the Seven of Cups, you'll notice that there's trauma in this, which is exactly what I'm getting from this pile, is trauma from things that have taken place in your past. Trauma. There's a baby here in agony. Let me show you this. There's a message in here for you. Something that'll speak directly to you. This is the Two of Wands. This is the African Tarot, I believe is what it's called. There's a message in this. You notice this baby here? The baby is screaming and crying. The baby's been left alone, and there's a man in the background that seems like he grew up to be the baby, and then he also is the man here that's on this bull, and he's fighting for his life. So maybe you feel like your childhood was ripped from you because you had to fight for your life, and that's the energy that I was picking up earlier with the Venom and the Hunter. I knew that these readings were going to be heavy. I've done a lot of childhood work and healing on myself. I absolutely believe that it is a very vital part in pushing forward and recovering and healing from things that have created craziness in us as adults. With the Five of Wands and the Three of Cups, I'm picking up on this energy of the the need to come out of conflict. Maybe you could be drama filled. Maybe your childhood was full of drama. Like maybe there was just lots of conflict. Definitely picking up on challenges, chaos, craziness around you. But now there's a need for you to celebrate, for you to move past the conflict. I want to get one more thing. For pile number 1, Holy Spirit, give me the emotions behind these. The 7 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. Give me the emotion behind it. There's a need for you to learn how to follow your intuition so that you can come out of manipulative patterns, behaviors, and being stuck in your mind because of it. This is the energy that you need to be able to heal. So these messages are going to help you to know how you need to heal. Give me the emotion behind the Empress and the 8 of Cups. It's the emotions that lead to healing, because what happens is when we feel something happens, it triggers us, it triggers an emotion. We need to find the root of those emotions so that we can heal. In order to heal, you need to tap into your emotions. And I know that your emotions have been almost obsolete in your life because you've had to fight constantly. With the Empress and the 8 of Cups, walking away from the idea that you are not good enough is going to create magic in your life. So when you walk away from the fact that I'm not good enough, that my mother did all these things to me, you're going to create magic. And you're going to be guided by your intuition as well. Your intuition is going to guide you into, like, you know what, my mom did that to me. You know what, my grandma did that to me. My auntie did that. But that's okay. That's okay, because I'm going to rise above. I will not be the same. I will break this family and generational curse over my life right now. What you're not seeing is that you're super creative. Your creativity is going to lead to your financial stability. I would definitely look into your relationship with money. I may actually even do a reading on that, because that's something that I've had to dig into for myself personally. And honestly, I had a childhood a lot like some of this. But you need to tap into your creativity. You have lots of purple and pink cards here. It's giving me feminine energy, like I'm a boss. You need to tap into that. Tap into that. There's something there. The 7 of Cups and the 2 of Wands. 7 of Cups and the 2 of Wands. Maybe you're afraid to voice your opinion. My throat is getting really dry. But maybe you're afraid to voice your opinion, and that's what's holding you back. Being afraid to speak up. If you had a mom who was vindictive or manipulative, that means she's going to shut you out. Every time she's shutting you out, she's shutting you out. You're not going to be allowed to speak and to be free. If that's the case, you're going to have to do the opposite of that. You're going to have to be able to learn how to speak your truth, to speak how you feel. And that's the only way that this is going to actually flow for you. With the 7 of Cups and the 2 of Wands, this is a need to release the pain of confusion, ideas, thoughts, and chaos within your life. There's definitely pain here. That's what I was feeling with this baby here. It's just agony, complete and utter agony. The 5 of Wands and the 3 of Cups. Give me the emotion we need to know about to heal. What needs to heal here? Ooh, fear. Fear that you're never going to have the life that you desire. That's what I'm getting. And look, confidence at the bottom of the deck. Be confident in who you are. You may need to isolate yourself from some of these people to be able to regain your confidence. Sometimes the people around us can continue to push us into a hole to make us feel like we are undeserving, like we are unworthy. Releasing the fears. Just walk through that door. Take a leap. Hop on that, what's that thing called? The carousel. Follow the rainbow and just see where God leads you. God, I pray that everyone that hears this message would be delivered and set free from all things that are causing them pain in their past, God. God, I just pray that you would just release them from the martyr syndrome, God, that you would allow them to think by using their intuition, that they would have magic that would just burst out of their creative ideas, and that the pain, the fear would be released from their lives. It is absolutely time for you to heal. So go for it. It's yours. 10 is the end. You're at the end. The next step is 1, which you have here. Jumping on that carousel, pushing forward, and allowing God to do exactly what he wants to do in your life. All right, pile number 1. If you like this message, forgive me, I know it was super deep, but don't forget to like, comment, let me know. Let me know if it resonates with you, and subscribe. Alrighty, moving on to pile number 2. Have a great day. This is your pile. White is symbolic of purity. It's symbolic of something that's been either cleaned, or something that is of a virgin status, or pure, something pure. So I think about purity. Ooh, the shadow. Woo. Right off the back. Child, magical, light attributes. So seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. Queen. Okay, awesome. Not sure why I read that. I usually don't read those. I usually just jump right in. Ooh, the beaver. The beaver is very playful. Beaver energy is very playful. Oh, and the key with the lock. Wow. Okay, dolphin spirit. This and that are true. So right off the bat, I am getting lots of shadow energy with the shadow card right in the middle. I'm getting depression. There may be something going on within you to where you see things very black and white. Your inner child may have a hard time seeing things as being gray. This could have a lot to do with your upbringing in regards to maybe you were brought up in a church or in a strict religious background that didn't allow you to have variances in the way that you handled life. Also, this lock and key is giving me the idea that there's possibly something very precious to you, something very unique about you that's probably been locked away due to the inner child and the need to heal. Dolphin spirit is very playful, but this and that are true is also triggering me to believe that this has a lot to do with not being able to see things in different lights. Because there's not only one story, there's always multiple stories and multiple ways to get to something. So, you know, what's the saying? How many ways are there to trim a cat, or something like that? It's very interesting. This energy is very interesting. I'm getting lots of playful energy, but I'm also getting some very domineering parental energy. Like maybe your parental figures in your life were very strong women, very strong men. Military is definitely coming through. Maybe your inner child is just wishing that they could float away. This is giving me like fairy tale vibes, like, oh, I just wish that this and, you know, that, and oh, I want to live in a white house with a picket fence, and oh, how I just wish. Give me 2 seconds. Let me fix my camera, because that's going to be very, very crooked for you guys. Forgive me. Hopefully I didn't make you dizzy. But what I'm feeling here is that there's someone who has been restricted by their inability to be flexible in life. So it's almost as if your inner child is asking you to mature in a sense to where you're able to accept that not everything that you were taught growing up is true, that there is this and that there's that are true, that not everything is black and white, that not everything is one-sided or one way, that not everything is specific, but that there are other opinions, other ideas, other thoughts that are possibly true as well. It's given me the feeling of someone who was raised in I'm getting religion, and I'm getting religion for several reasons. I'll show you why. So this King card is a leader. He's giving me pastor vibes or priest vibes. And then the koala is someone who's regal, someone who's a part of a dynasty or some type of a tribe. So I'm getting these vibes based on the cards that are around. But I'm getting the feeling that there's someone who was raised in an environment that was very strict, and it taught them that there's this way to do things and this way. And if you do it this way, then you're going to go to hell. If you do it this way, then you're not going to be able to do anything. You have to do it this way and that way. And that shaped you into who you are today. And you're having a hard time being flexible. Beaver, dolphin spirit, they're flexible, being flexible because of your inner child that is unable to see the other side of stories. So I'm getting that you may possibly be very much stuck and set in your ways. And I'll tell you, all of us struggle with that. That's something that I've definitely struggled with. But the best way to come out of that is to allow the fairy tales, the ideas, the dreams to be what they are. It's given me like needing to be free like the rabbit. Rabbits are just chipper. They don't really have much going on other than just, you know, having you know what and making babies. They multiply. Everything that they do gives life. They're life givers. And dolphins are free spirits. They're not bogged down by regulatory rules and ideas and thoughts that keep them captive. So the best thing to do is to tap into the magical side of being a child, to bring out that childlike mentality, that childlike ideas, thoughts, characteristics, the things that allow you to dream again. Those are the things that your inner child is seeking, that is desiring, is just for your inner child to be brought to life through the magic of dreaming again. Because I feel like for some reason there's someone here who hasn't been able to dream because they've allowed their inner child to be dormant. Maybe there's too much adulting going on in this pile. Like maybe you feel like you have to be a boss. Maybe you are a boss. Maybe you've gone on and you've created a very successful career and path in your life. And then at some point you realize like, hey, I'm adulting all the time here. I need a break. And that's what I'm getting. Another thing that I'm getting too is that you could be potentially too focused on your shadow and the things that have gone wrong in your past and in your childhood, and those things are preventing you from creating magic as an adult. The beaver is playful. The beaver likes to get out and get moving and have fun, and I feel like that along with dolphin and the key, it's like this rose is being locked away. Let me show you this again. the rose is being locked away and someone else has the key. And the thing is that you have the key, but you probably don't realize that you have the key because you're too busy adulting. You're too busy being serious is honestly what I'm getting from this. So that child is trying to come out and play and have fun. Holy Spirit, please give me clarification. I'll take 5 cards, please, Holy Spirit. 1. Oh, yeah, two or hyper focused on money. Hyper focused on money and not enough play. Look at this 3. That was the Ace of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, the 5 of Cups. Ooh, so possibly something in your childhood happened and caused a negative relationship with money to where now you have a hard time enjoying life because you're so focused on working and creating a living. Maybe there's a scarcity mindset here that you have a fear. Look at these guys. I cannot make this stuff up. I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. There's a scarcity mindset here. The Ace of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. In your past, you maybe didn't grow up with a lot. Maybe you were lacking some of the basic needs of being a child. That could mean anything. You could have been homeless. Because of that, that's led you to focus so much on money that you are unable to enjoy life. You're not enjoying life. And the way to enjoy life is to find and allow that inner child to come out and be creative and create magic. There's magic within you. You have the dolphin spirit here. There's magic within you. You may be a queen or operate in that feminine energy, that strong feminine energy. Like I said, you could be a boss. You probably created a very good life for yourself, but there's no fun in it. And that child within you is screaming and saying, I want to come out. I want to have fun. I want to play. I want to create. I want to do something that's going to allow me to not be so dead set and stuck in this working. And it's that scarcity mindset. This is the energy that's going on at the center of this. That scarcity mindset that's preventing you from celebrating, from enjoying life, from having fun. Maybe when you were younger, somebody was injured or sick, and that prevented or caused this change. The Tower was at the bottom of your deck, the bottom of this deck before I shuffled. So it could have been a sudden change. Suddenly something happened. Somebody passed away, somebody got sick, somebody got injured, and it caused upheaval in your finances within your family. Holy Spirit, please validate the cards here. Oh, 5 of Pentacles again, guys. I can't make this up. The message is what it is. That's the 5 of Pentacles, guys, if you can't see. This must have wanted to come out too. The Daughter of Swords. The 5 of Swords. Yeah, you could be hyper focused now on how to create fun in your life, how to celebrate. Maybe you don't have friends. I'm so sorry. I'll be your friend. Maybe you're missing that. Maybe you don't have friends or companionship because you have possibly been so devoted to work and finding and making money, and maybe that's just caused a lack in your life. I'm really feeling like there's someone who is desiring to create relationships with people, and maybe that was taken from you as a child as well, but it's also affecting you now as an adult. You could be lonely. I'm getting loneliness. I'm getting someone that said, man, what have I done with my life? In deep contemplation. Have I spent all my life working to find these things and working so hard that I'm neglecting my desire to have fun in life? It's almost as if there's no fun here. Even potentially messing up a marriage, a relationship, a deep partnership that could have definitely been tarnished based on this inner child not being able to be free. I'm being drawn to the owl here, and the owl, along with this young lady here in the Three of Cups, they're both focused. Owls are very wise, but this owl is a young owl. It reminds me of a burrow owl. And what happens is they come out and they check things out, and then they go back in their hole. They don't stay out very long. So it's almost like you go out just to see what's going on, and you come back in, and it's because you're afraid. You could potentially be afraid that you're going to be rejected, or you're afraid that if you don't do for yourself, that no one else will. There's people around you that want to help. This Four of Wands with the Two of Cups, you may have someone in your life right now that could be taking this as you rejecting them. Maybe this inner child is causing you to reject others because you feel like you can't trust anyone but yourself. And that's based on you and your childhood and your upbringing. The answer is to absolutely allow magic in, whatever that means to you. It could be coloring, it could be drawing, it could be going to the beach, it could be going outside and walking barefoot in the grass. That's like one of my favorite things to do, is I just go outside. If I go to a park, anything like that, I'll go and I'll just put my feet in the grass, maybe going to water, maybe playing with dolphins. I mean, if you have all this money, hey boo, take it and go to a little dolphin park and let the dolphins hump on you or something, you know. But it's something about that fun, playful excitement needs to come out. Go on vacation with a friend, with your spouse, with your partner. There's burdens though. Your inner child is burdened by stress, lack mentality, depression. This is a feeling of you're not enough, you're never going to have enough, you have to keep working to get more, and there's a need for balance. But the good news for you is that God is sending help. Temperance, this is all about a fire. Look, there goes that tower again. I just told you guys I saw that in the other deck. Temperance is all about passion being ignited. This temperance is about the passion within being ignited. But all it's going to take is that inner child shedding a little bit of emotion. You see the water dropping? That's the emotion. You need water to ignite fire. So in order for your inner child to come out to create this magic within so that you can be free from the oppression of life, it's going to require that you allow some of your emotions out. Start feeling a little more. Tomorrow, today, whenever, if you think about something from your past, imagine that the thoughts are clouds. Some of them are going to be rainy, right? Not all clouds are bright and blue. Some of them are rainy, they're gloomy. When you feel that gloomy cloud come over and you feel the emotion of sadness and grief from what's happened in your childhood and the things that took place that made you feel like you were lacking, allow that water to fall on you to ignite the fire within. That fire is going to bring out this creativity, and it's going to be magical in your life. It's going to be magical. It's going to be magical. This is awesome. Give me one emotion for pile number 2 to work on that would assist them in healing this inner child. Hunger. Wow. Wow. Creating a hunger within you, and a hunger and desire to want to be free from this. So you could not have a hunger because you don't know that that's something that's even a possibility. That happens with us. We don't know what's possible until we've been exposed to it. So maybe there's something within you that feels like, I don't even know that this is possible. Like, how does this even work? And what the hunger card is saying is that you need to have a desire for it. When you desire to fly, to be free, to ignite that passion within, it's going to come out. It's going to come out. You are worthy. You are more than enough. Nothing that happened in your past could make you unworthy, undeserving, undesirable, ugly. You are beautiful. All of those things, you are the opposite. So when those thoughts come to your mind, remind yourself, I am not this. I am the opposite. You are a queen, a king, someone who is lovable. Everybody loves dolphins. There's not a person alive that doesn't love a dolphin because they're cray-cray like us, okay? Magic is within you. All you got to do is allow it to flow. I suggest you take baths as often as you can, just like kids do. Take baths. I also suggest that you go outside, that you just let the wind blow in your hair and just allow yourself to be free from the burden of lack. I hope and pray that you got exactly what you need and that this message serves you well. I'm praying that you are free. Be free. Free, free, free. Because there's magic within. Magic is within. All right, pile 2. That's it for you. Hi, pile number 3. If you picked the turquoise ring, this message is for you. So, right off the bat, turquoise is a color of healing for me. It reminds me of aquamarine, which is about cleansing, allowing the waters of life to cleanse you. Ooh. To allow you to be washed. You may need to go to the ocean. Ooh, I was totally picking up on this energy. Totally picking up on this energy before I even started reading. So, the box. So this is the cross. Hopefully you can see this. The cross is about religious beliefs and expectations being placed on you and affecting the situation. Be playful. The sandpiper spirit. The box. Lover. And the otter spirit. The otter spirit is very curious. Very curious. So your inner child could have been overly curious, and that could have gotten you into a lot of trouble. For some reason, I'm getting that because of your curiosity, and you may be a free spirit. That's definitely what I'm getting from this. But because of your curiosity and your free spirit, it may have caused you to be unable to stick to one thing. So for example, you could have been curious in studying multiple religions. And with that, you're unable to know exactly where you stand. It's almost as if you need to put yourself in a box, is what I'm getting. Now, when I say put yourself in a box, what I mean by that is that you need to possibly define yourself. Who are you? Maybe you're just so free that you haven't been able to determine who you are. You're like, I don't know, I'm just la 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 la. It reminds me of Dory, which, by the way, I call myself Dory all the time. I love Dory, but at the same time, Dory is also very dingy and missing some of her marbles. It's a good thing. So just let me tell you just off the bat that nothing that I'm saying is negative. So please don't misinterpret it that way, or don't interpret it that way, please. These childhood wounds for most of us are very similar, if not alike. So I don't think that the inner child within us has one specific attribute. This is just one of the many attributes of that inner child. So if you think about it as an adult, there's many parts to you. Many things make you who you are. You're not just one thing. And it's the same thing with the inner child. Your inner child is not just one thing, because that's made you who you are today. So these are not negatives at all. This whole message and the point of this message is to bring awareness to you in regards to your inner child, to help you to kind of bring some definition to who you are today as an adult and as to why you do the things that you do. So So when I started looking up and studying and learning about inner child healing and wounding, that was the whole point for me, was for me to be able to say, this is why I am the way that I am. And there are so many things about myself that before I would look at as being negatives, and now I look at them as being positives, because I'm like, hey, that's what makes me who I am. And I'm thankful for that situation. And I'm thankful that I'm ditzy. I'm thankful that I'm Dory, because guess what? Sometimes you need to be Dory. Sometimes you need to be free-spirited. Sometimes you don't need to be responsible. You need to be able to be allowed to be free from the responsibility of life sometimes. That's how you allow that inner child to come out and to set themselves free, is for you to tap into that. So that's necessary. But at the same time, you do need to be defined as a person. You should understand who you are. You should understand what your goals are, where you want to go, and what you'd like to do in life. You should also have some boundaries around what you will and won't allow in. For me, this box has no boundaries. So your inner child may not have had any boundaries. And the reason why this box doesn't have any boundaries to me when I look at it is because if you look at it, all of these lines are illusions. So maybe your inner child is lacking boundaries. Maybe your inner child is saying, I need you to define who we are and what we're doing. And this could have a lot to do with some religious upbringing that may have influenced you in that way. Maybe you've been sitting back for a long time, just being such a free spirit that you're like, man, I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know where I'm going and who I am. And this message is really just encouraging you to tap into what's at the center of you. At the center of who you are, who are you? The center of you, what do you like to do? What are you passionate about? What makes your heart jump and scream and shout? What makes you say, oh my gosh, I totally love doing this and I must be made for this? Those are the things that your inner child is calling for you to do in this moment. Your inner child is calling for you to be playful, to be fun, to be loving, to get yourself out of this box, but yet put yourself in a box. When you put yourself in a box, that just means, like I said, just defining who you are as a person. Let's get some cards here. Holy Spirit, please clarify. And I'm really being drawn, I've been looking at this for a few, but I'm being drawn to a couple of things. The first thing is this card that's underneath the deck. This is the bridge. It's almost as if someone's reaching their hand out to you. And this is your inner child saying, hey, come to me. Let's walk this path together. Let's jump over these mountains together, climb over these mountains of life together, and let's figure out what we're supposed to do. I'm getting artistic vibes from this deck for sure. Aquarian star, the star came out, that's Aquarian. You could be an artist, you could be a painter, you could draw, you could sing, you could dance, you could rap, anything in the form of arts. You could be a musician. And I'm just getting the message that that inner child is desiring to come out because you have something to share with the world. You definitely have a lot of talents, a lot of gifts, and this is exactly why God made you playful. That's why he made you Dory. And I tell myself that all the time. I'm like, girl, you Dory for this reason. So don't be down and out on yourself. The hippie, the joyful, the playfulness within you, the parts of you, which is that lovely inner child that's able to just be free, not fit into the mold. Maybe you dress different, you look different than other people. You probably dye your hair all these colors and you're just fun loving. That's trying to come out. That's trying to come out. But it's possibly being hindered by your ability to want to have too much fun. Maybe you're missing the business part of what you do. Stability. You could be stubborn too. I'm definitely getting stubborn energy. Took a second for those cards to come out, but you could be stubborn as well. This is the Six of Wands. You're literally meant to be a star. You're meant to be a star, but the thing is, you have to define yourself. Whoever picked pile number 3, you literally are a freaking star. Look at this Chariot. Look at this Chariot. But it's like you're blind to who you are. You're blind to your powers and your abilities because you've not defined yourself. Maybe you have a unique voice and you think it sucks. That's crazy. Not from this message. Your voice is amazing from what I'm seeing here. Whatever your talent, your artistic talent or gift is, it's awesome. It's unique. It's set apart. It's not like anybody else. And you've been telling yourself, because this inner child has not created those boundaries or definition, haven't defined who you are, what you specifically bring to the table, you're all over the place. I'm getting an all over the place energy. And the all over the place energy is actually making you feel defeated, as if you're incapable. And it's a lie. Like, it's a lie from the pit of hell. It's a lie from the pit of hell, because you're meant to shine. You have so much talent. Look at the beauty in the horse here. You're probably naturally just beautiful. Probably got it going on. And you just over here thinking that you ain't got nothing. This is awesome. I love your energy. It's playful. It's fun. It's definitely challenged by the past and your upbringing and those things that are influencing you. Maybe you want to do something that you don't think is going to be acceptable by the people in your religious group or who are around you, your family, your friends. Maybe that's the message here. Like, oh, if I do this, then they're not going to accept me. But as long as you're not bringing harm to yourself, others, or not doing anything that's negative or evil, you should assess what the benefits are to your life. You definitely are stubborn. I'm not gonna lie to you. Stubborn, you stubborn, you stubborn. Let me move these so you can see all these cards. You is stubborn, but you have something fantastic to share with the world. That inner child that loves to have fun, that little otter. You might be a water sign. I'm getting strong water sign vibes here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Water sign vibes for sure. Hopefully you can see these. Let me move this up. Sorry, I probably tapped the stand. Water sign vibes for sure. That childlike energy within you is beneficial to you and the rest of the world. You might have a lot of anxiety around this too, like feeling like you have so much that you don't know what to do with it. That can be scary. That can be scary if you have so much to offer and you're like, bro, nobody's like me. Like, what am I gonna do? There's nobody like me. But I'm seeing very strong energy here. Someone who is absolutely made and created and destined to do great things. The star with the world, this is indicative of things working out in your favor. Like, you're meant to shine. Look at the sun, the star, the world, and the strength card. Not only that, but I don't know if you could see right here, but the lion is here as well. The lion is strong. He's a warrior. He's seen. You can't come across a lion and not see it. If you do, you're a dadgum fool. You can't come across a lion and not be seen. That don't make sense. That's impossible. And then also too here, this is like a lucky card. It's giving me 4-leaf clover, lucky charm vibes. Fives are all about change. You have 6s, 5s, 9s. The Chariot, this is pushing you forward into celebration. But you have to create balance. 4 of Wands is about balance. It's also about celebration. You're gonna have the opportunity to present yourself before something or someone that is gonna get you to your destiny. I don't know, this is like, I don't know why I'm seeing like a producer. I'm seeing someone going to an audition or something like that. but you got to be stable. When they see you, they can't see someone who's blinding themselves to the fact that they have all these abilities. They need to see someone who's stable, who says, hey, this is who I am, I've got this, and I know that what I have to offer you is excellent. That inner child within you doesn't have any boundaries, and that's what's gotten you into this sticky situation. You kind of just jump and go and do whatever, but this fool is doing whatever he wants to do. Whatever he wants to do, and it's because he's insecure. That Five of Pentacles is being insecure. The fool is insecure in what he stands for, so he just does whatever. He just jumps off of every bridge. But victory and success, my dear friend, are yours. Look at these cards. Look at these. I'm getting excited for you because this is fantastic. This is awesome energy. This is awesome energy. You got to just come out of the neglect of looking at things from a logical standpoint. And it's just because of how you were raised. Maybe you grew up in a home where there was so much chaos, maybe fighting and aggression and just anger around you all the time, that you said, I refuse to be like this. Maybe you felt like you were lacking love, so you're doing whatever you can as an adult. There could have been some rigidity in your household growing up. Religious rigidity in your household growing up, and it prevented you from being free to love and just do whatever you wanted to do. So now you're trying to come out of that. And in the process of coming out of that, you're needing to create boundaries. That inner child is saying, just create some boundaries, tighten this up a little bit, and then we're gonna go and explode, and the world is gonna see your magic. You are magical. This is magical energy. Literally star energy right here. Can't get any better than this. Don't lose the creative side of yourself. Don't lose that Tori within. Just tighten it up. Figure out exactly who you are and push forward. This is beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. Definitely Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. She's a star. She has so much to offer. And she does it with grace. And she knows she's separate from everybody else because she's a boss. She's like, what? Look at her. What? Y'all ain't finna one up me. Y'all see who I am? I'm holding my cup. I got my emotions in order. I know who I am. I'm confident. I don't know why I'm hearing that song. It's all about confidence, baby. And I don't even know who sings it. I think Justin Bieber. But anyways, go listen to it. Because you need to be confident in who you are. The sun is about confidence. The lion is about confidence. The chariot is about confidence. The world is about confidence. You've got the momentum going. The world is about you pushing things through. God starts it. This is your destiny. He's starting it. He's starting it. It's your responsibility to keep that momentum flowing, to keep it going, and you got to have the strength to create boundaries so that you can push through, so that you can come out on the other end. You are a star. You are destined for something great. This is an amazing pile. Pile number 3. I hope this message resonated with you. If so, give me a holla, because I want to be your friend, because you are the bomb.com, okay? Like, seriously, bomb. All right, well, I will catch you the next time. I hope and pray that this message resonates with you, that your inner child was spoken to today, and that you have a message that's going to help you on your way to stardom. Remember to be playful. Have a good night.